Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and today we are doing another pick a stamp reading and we're going to ask if you can trust them. Who is them? It's whoever you want to be. Okay, so in your mind's eye, envision the person that you want to ask about, or you can even ask out loud, Spirit, Universe, Spirit Guides, can I trust blank? Can I trust this person? Whoever it is, you can choose anybody. And once you have done so, take a look at all 5 of the stamps that are on screen and select whichever one you feel most drawn towards. Not the prettiest one, not the one that's most aesthetic, just the one that your eye keeps going back to. You just feel like, yep, that's my stamp, and don't put too much thought into it. Just go with it, and that is your group. We have group number 1 with the yellow flowers, group number 2 with the moth, group number 3 with the red and white mushrooms, group number 4 with the blue flowers, and group number 5 with the brown mushrooms. You can either watch through to your reading or you can skip ahead to your reading using the timestamps linked in the description and the comment section. This is certainly a reading where you can ask about multiple people. You just want to repeat that same process here in the intro. Ask about one person, select the group, ask about your second person, select the group, maybe even write down these groups so you remember, and then watch through, okay? So before we begin, I just want to thank you guys for all the support, subscribing to the channel, leaving your beautiful comments, and sharing your stories of how these readings resonate with you. It's always so interesting to me, so thank you for that. And everyone who even likes these videos, and just share them with your friends. All of this helps boost the algorithm and gets this channel out to more people, so thank you for your engagement. If you want to go the extra mile, I also accept donations towards this channel. Link is always in the description. All of the money that's donated does go back into the channel via technology to film with and tarot decks and things like that, so thank you for that. Or you can even get a personal psychic reading with me, one-on-one, a spiritual life coaching session, or you can buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of which is on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Link to that is in the description. So without further ado, let's dive into the readings. Hello, group number 1, and welcome. Let's see if your person is trustworthy. So the rune that came out for you is called Degas, and this is the rune of the sun, particularly the month of July, which is when I'm filming, at high noon. So in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the time of the year where the sun is just absolutely the hottest, and this rune really represents laughter, fun, play. It's just that like childish type of playfulness that's really positive. So this is a good rune to come out in a reading like this where we're asking, is someone trustworthy? Because it kind of gives a warm glow to them that they're not a malicious person at all. So I definitely, even if they do lie, which we don't know that yet because we haven't seen the cards, it's not malicious at all. You know, this is someone who really just has a bit of a pure, fun spirit. I'm seeing like the color yellow and orange and just running around and being silly and playing. So your person may have like a childlike exuberance and just a really positive outlook on life. But let's see what the cards have to say from the angel answers. Look at that, remain positive. Yeah, this person, like they feel like sunshine in a person. Genuinely. Some of you guys might be wondering if this person is trustworthy because they seem to be so positive all the time, and you may wonder at times if they're putting on a mask, like, is this really who they are, or are they hiding something? And I feel like the remain positive card is simultaneously showing you that they are genuinely a positive person, and also a message to you to remain positive here. So, beautiful message. We have impasse with the sacral chakra. There's that orange energy we were just talking about. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? I don't know. So it's not that this person is trying. If this is a romantic situation and you're asking like, is this person leading me on? I don't know if they are or not. To me, it seems like they don't really quite know what they want in life just yet. So they may have this kind of optimism and fun spirit where they just want to see the world and have fun. And, you know, they're just always seemingly wanting to focus on the positive. I keep saying the word positive, like optimistic. They want to focus on what they can do, not what they can't do. But right now, I do wonder if they're making big decisions, if they're capable of making a big decision here. I would ask you, group number one, if I was sitting across from you, if this person has ever said anything, especially if it's romantic, like, I'm not sure if I want a long-term relationship, or I'm not sure if I'm going to be like living here long-term, or maybe they said like, I have this goal to move or travel or whatever. So that's something I would pay attention to, because I would say most people are not necessarily liars with in the most malicious way, like straight up lying. So if they said anything like that, I would say believe them. Right now it seems like, well, first off, there's a full moon here, so there's definitely a lot of positive emotions going on towards you, especially if it's romantic, but they simply don't know which way to go, what to do here. So that's one thing. If this is someone more platonic, like, I don't know why the example coming to my mind is like you hired this person, or you're considering hiring this person for a certain position, and you're wondering if, they're trustworthy, if they're honest. We're going to see that, we're going to look more into the cards. So far, I get a really good vibe from them. But, like I said, they might have literally told you, I don't know if I want a long-term position, or I just keep getting some questions of their ability to have something more long-term here, no matter what your relationship with them is. Now, I'm not saying you can't have that, but to me, it seems like they're being genuine if they say anything along the lines of like, well, I don't know what I want, or I'm still trying to find myself, or any indications that they may not have a decision yet. There's no malicious intent behind them saying that. It's not like they're trying to lead you on. They're being quite genuine. So I want to point that out here. This is a very happy-go-lucky type of person, and I see visions of like wanting to experience more life, not even in like a slutty way, which, by the way, we don't slut shame on this channel, nothing wrong with that, but wanting to see more of life. Like, I don't know if they're ready to settle into a more permanent position in life. So yeah, I don't know why I felt like I had to say that to you, but maybe some of you need to hear it. We have the Buffalo coming out in reverse. Now, I don't normally read from this deck in reverse, but the Buffalo Spirit is an earth energy, very stable, okay? Also, I love the lightning in the back. I feel like this person, despite having the Buffalo Spirit come out from them, I feel like they're very high energy. And it's like once they decide they like something, they want to do something, they move really, really quickly. Like, this person may have ADHD, or they may come across in that way, because it's like I see them getting super excited about an idea and really putting all of their eggs in that basket, or just focusing a lot of energy into that. So we call that hyperfixation mode, where it's just like their brain works in this way where it's like they have their sights set on something and they go after it really hard, and that's just how they operate. And that might have changed from time to time. What they hyperfixate on may change from time to time, I guess you could say. But that's what I'm seeing with the Buffalo Spirit. Also, let's see what else comes out. We have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, really interesting. I feel like this is a very compatible energy with the Buffalo in reverse as well. This is masculine energy. So the person you're asking about, they really do exude a lot of masculine energy. So I would be shocked if they are a woman or someone who presents very feminine, because it feels like their energy mainly consists of masculine energy, but gender doesn't really matter here, because everyone has divine masculine and feminine, but usually we can see that based off of how people present themselves, and you can just tell. But this person has a lot of masculine energy, and I do feel like for some of you, they may have had to, or they may be in a journey of breaking out of toxic masculinity, or like the patriarchy here. So I do wonder if they came from an environment or a family or a country, a culture where there was a bit of that toxic masculinity. I mean, all cultures have to deal with it, honestly, but maybe they had to deal with it a bit worse than what you're used to. And so I do believe that this person may struggle to speak openly about their feelings and articulate it in a really specific way, you know. Divine feminine energies, you know, the gals and the gays. We are in society, I feel like we are socialized a bit better, okay, in terms of having it be more acceptable to share our feelings on different various subjects, and being able to express ourselves freely and not be afraid of going to our support system for that support. Whereas I feel like with men, or people who present very masculine, okay, people who are inspired by masculine energies, there is a bit more of a culture there where, you know, a lot of divine masculine people are kind of bullied by society into not sharing their feelings, not opening up. And so I do wonder if this person is struggling to kind of break out of that way of thinking. They may have a hard time articulating their thoughts and feelings, and I don't know, I'm seeing something like that coming through for them, which is probably why you're questioning, can I trust them? They may demonstrate some signs of that, like, I don't know, maybe they're not very communicative, maybe they're not very, they don't open up very easily, there's a bit of mystery around them. Interesting. We have the 10 of Earth in reverse. Lots of Earth energy here in this reading, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they're an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I'm also seeing a lot of, like, just feeling a lot of fiery energy. She even has red hair. We have the orange color there, so that could also be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Those may be some important signs. They may have that sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Sun, Moon, Rising. But anyways, this is an interesting card because it's a really positive one. It's a positive message that says there's nothing here that you need to worry about, like all is well, all is taken care of. But it came out in reverse. And also I like that in this card, we actually see her holding a mask, but the mask is coming off, kind of. So having this card in reverse, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I get the vibe that this person is trustworthy. However, you're kind of feeling a bit negative about it, and perhaps a bit confused, because it feels like this person may take a longer time to warm up, to open up, and when they do open up about their thoughts, their feelings, and that, it may be a little bit sloppy. Even saying that, I was stuttering. It may be a little bit sloppy when they communicate more difficult subjects, or when you ask like what their intentions are, you know, anything that requires a lot of thought from them. They may not articulate it in a very clear way, and maybe that is causing you to question whether or not you can trust them. But I just feel like, you know, they don't have as much experience being validated, having their voice validated. So I don't know. It's just something to think about. Energy Oracle, we have the Door to Value in reverse. Okay, so what this tells me is that a lot of you, your person may worry about money, perhaps excessively, because it's right next to the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's not that they're broke, okay? I feel like they definitely have some cash flow, perhaps the savings. But Door to Value reversed, they may feel like they don't have enough right now. I'm getting a lot of working energy here. So for example, if they don't communicate with you as often as you would like, or like they don't respond to your text super fast, I genuinely see it's because they're working. Like they genuinely are working hard. I get almost a sense of panic from them. Not panic, maybe that's the wrong word. I don't know. I see a lot of working. They might work long hours, or they have big dreams to like travel or do something. And they feel like they need some more cash flow. Also, this person feels like a very spontaneous person, so I wouldn't be surprised if they booked a trip or bought a car, something that like was way too expensive for them, and now they're like moving quickly to try to get that cash flow moving here. So I feel like they're being honest with you when they say that they're busy if they haven't been communicating here. One thing I do question is actually you, group number 1. I'm not sure how much this person can offer you in terms of longevity right now. It seems a bit up in the air. They seem a bit undecided about where their future is going to go. Also, I just noticed there's another full moon over here, 2 full moons. So if this is a romantic situation, I am really getting that they strongly like you. They really enjoy you, have a lot of emotions towards you. But on a very practical sense, I'm not quite sure if this person can be of value to you in the long run. Like I said, they may just be in a place in life where they don't quite know what they want just yet. But I don't see any malicious intent here at all. So let's get some tarot to clarify. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords in reversed. We have the 7 of Wands in reversed. Okay. I want to get 5 cards and just really paint a picture here before I even start analyzing what these means. Oh wow, it's coming out so fast. Swiftness, speaking of, 8 of Wands, which is communication. That's good. I don't think this person is ever gonna like ghost you out of the blue. So we have Knight of Wands in reversed. Yeah, I was picking up on that. And again, with the fire energy coming through very strongly here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, or those seasons might be important. So we're coming up on Leo season next, the time I'm filming this, so that may be an important season for this person in terms of their life moving forward. So they may be going through some life transitions, actually. I would say either the next fire season, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius season when the sun is in that sign, or I would say like next month, one or the other, or if they both resonate with you, you know, this person will be going through some changes that will possibly make it easier for them to see you, talk to you, or clarify things for you, really hardcore, like where they stand here. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so yeah, guys, you know what this feels like? If this is a romantic situation, this feels like a really good, like, friends with benefits, short-term dating situation here. And I don't think they're even gonna necessarily hold back their emotions. I think when you first meet them, they may hold back a little bit, just because they're recovering from some type of like anxieties, and I don't know, feeling like in the past with dating they may have had to defend themselves, like people might have criticized them harshly, or you know, just I'm getting something here about like taking things a bit slow at first, but then it all comes forward really swiftly. So I don't feel like they're the type of person to necessarily hold back per se, but I do wonder here, I mean, this seems like a temporary short-term situation. Like, how do I put this? If this is love, for example, like you might date for like a year or, you know, a few months. Maybe this is friends with benefits, situationship energy, or if this is a coworker or employee of yours, you know, they may just be traveling, living here temporarily, finding a job. But I wouldn't necessarily put all of my eggs in this one basket, especially if they haven't told you directly that they want something more long-term here. It feels like this person is very passionate and really does value you as a person, but I think their life circumstances and their life situation really doesn't allow them to offer something more long-term. And they do seem to be focused on making that money, making the bread right now. And they're not a selfish person, but I feel like they're in a selfish chapter of their life, meaning that like they're really focused on their own little life right now, their own travels. I keep coming back to like traveling, or maybe they're nomadic. They live a nomadic lifestyle. I don't know, something like that here. It seems like they're in a temporary living situation or a temporary situation in life, which is why they might not be able to offer you something more at this time. But to answer your question, guys, this person does feel trustworthy if they had told you that. You know, if they told you, like, if you're already well aware, if this resonates with you, that they're kind of like in a temporary situation and they're not sure what they want in the future, or they're not sure if they're ready to settle down. If they have expressed these things to you, they're being very honest, okay? And that's something you should listen to. I don't get them being a liar, though, which is really good. You know, they seem to just be a normal person with passion, optimism, who has a zest for life. And you know what? One thing I do want to say here, though, is they may not have fully opened up to you about their past, because they definitely have some traumas, some heartbreaks, some betrayals in the past that they have not shared with you fully here. Especially with this Valor card, I do wonder if some of you, this person, had some type of violence they saw in the past, whether they were in like military, law enforcement, or had an upbringing that was quite violent. I don't know, or maybe they just had something happen that was like a little bit traumatizing. Maybe they were abused in the past. I don't know. I'm seeing something there that they haven't told you, and it's not that they're lying to you about it or hiding it from you. This is just a very vulnerable part of them that they won't necessarily share with other people. And plus, they seem like such a sunny person. They don't want to kind of pour their traumas onto anyone else and like make it their problem. However, I think that's one beautiful part of your connection here, is because you feel, group number one, like a deeper person who is very open. You wear your heart on your sleeve and you're not afraid to talk about this stuff. And I feel like that may be one thing that you teach them in your time together, and they may actually open up to you about this past. But like I said, this feels like really good friendship or coworker situation, or like I'm getting like very friendly, good friend vibes. If it is romantic, it's very passionate. It could be based in the more sensual pleasures of life. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave the reading there. They seem very trustworthy. Thank you for joining me. Like this video and comment how it resonated down below. If you want to support the channel, those are the easiest ways. Also, watching through the ads are other ways you can support me for free. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want to support me in an even bigger way, you can leave a donation. All the proceeds go back into this channel in things like tarot decks and filming equipment, stuff like that. So that is an option. Or you can get a personal psychic reading with me, spiritual life coaching sessions, or you can buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of which you will find on my website, spiritpsychic.org, link in the description. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see if your person is trustworthy. The rune that came out for you is called Yera, and right off the bat, I am getting confirmation from this rune that the person you're asking about, you may have had some iffy moments with them in the past. So I'm sensing a history here. And if you don't have this history, you might have picked the wrong group. But this is someone who actually might have betrayed your trust in the past in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe you had some arguments, some, just not really seeing eye to eye. This has happened before. I want to be clear here, for like the majority of you, I don't necessarily feel like they betrayed your trust in a massive way, like a gigantic way, like, if they like slept with your sister or brother or something, or if they, I don't know, like killed your dog. I don't know. I'm not sensing a huge, massive betrayal, but it just might have been like something dumb. And it's just one of those things like, why did you even lie about that? Like that's the dumbest thing you could have done. Like I keep seeing scenarios kind of like that. Or there just might have been arguing, tension in the past. For some of you, this could have been like an old friend or ex that you might have had a bit of a separation from, and now they're coming back around and you're like, can I trust them this time around? I am getting a history here though, with this rune for sure. So now, I do want to say with this rune, it is generally positive. It kind of shows success or joy after some tribulation. So that's something to keep in mind here. But let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. We have be assertive. All right. Yeah, this is definitely a situation I'm seeing here where it's like, I will forgive you, but I will not forget this. You know, I feel like your advice from the guides, from the spirit guides, when approaching this person right now is kind of like, okay, this happened. There was a dumb lie in the past or some dumb misunderstanding that made me question your trust. Now, I am going to tread very lightly in terms of how much I trust you. So I feel like you're being wise here, group number 2, and not necessarily giving this person your trust right away. Like, okay, you're going to have to like work to build this back up with me. And I'm keeping one eye open here. You know, I'm not going to forget this. However, I'm also not going to hold it over your head forever. I'm seeing a beautiful mixture of those two energies. You know, it's really important as humans that we see the humanity in others. And sometimes people just make dumb mistakes out of insecurity. And I feel like this person might have done that in the past. So I get from you that you're like wanting to see the humanity in that person, be compassionate, be empathetic, and forgive this. You know, you don't want to linger in the past forever. However, you know, you're not going to forget that this happened. And if something similar happens again, it's like, okay, we're done. Like you're not, I don't trust you, point blank, period. So right now I kind of see you at that place. So if this resonates so far, this is definitely your reading. If none of that just resonated, this might not be your pile. Okay. So you can go back and pick another one, or maybe there's just not any messages for you today. I don't know, but we have be assertive coming out here. And I feel like this is you kind of really, taking control and really like cementing in, laminating your will here, like what you want, your boundaries. You're being very assertive with your boundaries, very clear, very direct in what type of behavior you're not willing to accept from this person. I feel like you're being very like, yes, like this is, yeah. We have mysticism coming in with the third eye chakra. So this is really annoying in this reading because I feel like the reason why this past drama might have happened could have been because like your own psychic abilities or, you know, intuition had you asking very direct questions to this person, and that might have revealed some information that they were kind of hiding from you. Mysticism, I think of the word mystical, hidden, unknown. So it's interesting. I'm not sure if we could trust this person or yet not. What am I saying? We got strength in reverse. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting some clarity here. I'm starting to understand the situation a bit more. To me, this person doesn't seem like a malicious liar or someone who like just straight up, flat out lies to your face for no reason. I think the problem with this person is they may have some really deep insecurities. And from those insecurities, they may hide information that they know they need to talk about and be honest about, but they just get so scared in the moment for whatever reason. Like, if I bring this up, or if this person knows this about me, like, what if they hate me? What if they do that? Like, they're so in their head to a level that you've never even experienced before, group number 2. And I feel like, yeah, they may have hidden information in the past because of this insecurity, because like they just feel a bit like, how do I put this? Like an emotional coward in a way. They just have a harder time having vulnerable conversations. And, you know, this is the type of person where if they mess up and do something dumb, you know, a normal person would be like, hey, I messed up, I did this thing, I take accountability, blah, blah, blah. They would be so scared that they may not necessarily say it, or like they know in their mind they have to initiate this conversation, but they just can't get the balls to say it. Like, so I feel like that might have been their problem in the past. I don't know if this is still presently a problem, and maybe that's the question on your mind, like, can I trust them? Like, is this still an issue? Let's see, we have the turtle in reverse. Yeah, this person is so scared, guys. They hide in their shell. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't think they lie. I think if you ask them extremely direct questions, they will always answer. And I think that's why the Be Assertive card came out. Like, they will never, like, just flat out lie to you. Like, if you ask them what color is the sky, they're not going to say purple. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't lie like that. They're not going to say something's not going to come out of their mouth that is not true. However, this person does seem like they hide things. And I feel like in the past, they may not have considered hiding to be lying by omission. Okay, so I feel like that's why there might have been some tribulations in the past. You know, they may have hidden information that was important to know, and that may be why you're now questioning their trustworthiness, because it's like, why did you lie about that? They seem very fearful of confrontation, emotional conversations, and just coming off as like they're so scared of being judged. This person is very weak, honestly. Like, internally, emotionally, they are weak. I feel like they're the opposite of confident. Oh gosh, I don't mean to like fry them down, but that's what I'm seeing. Energy, let's see what it is. We got Healer of the Ages with mysticism. One of you in this connection is very psychic, spiritual, healer, okay? Light worker, which is beautiful. And I feel like that's playing a part in this. And I feel like this is you guys. You're watching a tarot reading, so I'm not surprised if it's you. But I feel like your spirit guides are saying, like, trust your intuition. Your intuition is always 100% on point when it comes to whether or not someone is lying or hiding something. So that's something you should be aware of here. And even when you totally have no idea what someone may be lying or hiding from you, I feel like your intuition and your spirit guides sends you like these subtle signals in your environment. Like, they may show you things on like your Instagram feed, or a Reddit discussion, or like a news thing, or like they'll somehow change your environment to articulate a certain thought and question in your head, and then you ask this person that question, and that very pointed, direct question leads you to the information that they were hiding from you in the first place. So essentially what I'm saying is your spirit guides have your back, okay? They are not going to let anyone get away with lying to you forever. And it's important for you to trust your instincts and your intuition. So that's something that I want to say there. And we have the I believe this is Six of Air in reversed here. And I kind of want to read this from the book. This is a beautiful tarot deck called The Dreams of Gaia. And I also love the messages that come along with it. So let's read the Six of Air in reversed to see what the blockage is in this person, because it's definitely a blockage with that being in reversed for sure. Okay, the Six of Air reversed symbolizes a bad habit of making comparisons in a divisive manner that separates and creates an us versus them situation. Okay, so we see this person compares themselves to other people quite frequently, and that may be contributing to their insecurities, which causes them to hide issues about themselves. When the Six of Air appears reversed, it is cautioning you to be more embracing of others' differences, and warns not to fall in the trap of judging others because they think or believe in a different way than you. Oh my gosh, this person is so afraid of being judged for their life choices or for different aspects about themselves. They'd rather just hide it, I feel. it comes to remind you that we are all different, and that the one thing that we all have in common is just that we're all different. Every single person has beliefs today, unique to themselves, shaped by their experience and knowledge. Don't be too quick to discredit what another has to offer just because their perspective and perception is different than your own. Okay, so there's two messages here. One, we're seeing this person is insecure. I can't give you a straight yes or no onto whether or not you can trust them. I think you should know, though, that this person may be prone to hiding parts of themselves or the decisions that they make due to this fear of being judged. So one thing I want to say is, if you are going to continue to have a connection with this person, it's really going to be important for you to make them feel incredibly safe to open up and share anything with you. I do wonder if they have a bit of an avoidant attachment style here, and it is going to be your job to make them feel incredibly safe to talk about anything. So you're going to have to really not be reactive when they finally like come clean about stuff. Okay, I feel like that is something to keep in mind if you're going to continuously deal with them. There is some mystical energies. We're going to pull 5 tarot cards, though, to get some further clarity onto who this person is and if you can trust them or not. Just whatever wants to come up can come up. So, and this is from the Heaven and Earth Tarot. First card out is Justice. All right. Yeah, I don't think this person is malicious at all. They do want to do right by you. They could also have some significant Libra placements as well. Yeah, like I said, this person would never maliciously lie to your face about anything. So that's something to keep in mind here. All right, I don't see that they're a bad person. I just see that they're honestly an insecure person. We have the 10 of Wands in reversed. Oppression. I wonder if in their past, they grew up in a culture or an environment where they really were taught to be a certain way, to fit in, you know. This person, to me, it feels like they were trained to kind of be a background character, to be very normal and to not stray far from the status quo. And I feel like that's kind of where this internalized shame and judgment comes from within them. Like, this is someone who really probably enjoys their alone time, because that's the only time that they feel like they could just be themselves and not worry, is anyone else judging me? Like, am I being weird? So they're giving me a really shy inner energy because of that. Also, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, this may be someone who is working way too much, not sleeping enough, not taking good enough care of themselves. They may constantly be caring for the people around them. They do give me a bit of people pleaser energy, which honestly, I'm going to be straight up 100% real with you guys, and I'm sorry if you consider yourself a people pleaser, but I do not trust people pleasers, because I feel like it's an unhealed way of operating that it really does cause trust issues, because it's like, I don't want to be hanging out with you and you're only there to please me, and you really don't want to be there and you're just too afraid to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand that energy. So I do feel like that's where some trust issues may come in from. It's not that they're going to do anything malicious, but it's just like they may not always express themselves. They may hide how they're really feeling because they have people-pleasing tendencies, or because they were, you know, taught to just constantly make other people around them happy at their own, like, sacrifice. Which, honestly, if this is a man, I feel like a lot, or no, even a woman, I'd say everyone, never mind, this isn't about gender. A lot of us are taught to be this way, you know, to just serve the people around you and keep quiet and make yourself as small as possible, you know. So I don't know. We have the Knight of Swords upright. I feel like overall, other than the hiding stuff that we mentioned, I do feel like they're honest in all other regards with that. We have the 6 of Cups in reversed, another 6 in reversed, and this says pleasure. So interesting stuff here, because 6 of Cups really represents having a history with someone. So like I said, this is someone you probably have a history with, in reversed. I feel like if you are wondering if they've changed, if they're more trustworthy right now, I'm not too sure about that, guys. Just to be honest, like, I'm not too sure that they've really done the inner healing work to, you know, resolve their people-pleasing tendencies and to be more open. We have 7 of Wands, Valor, needing to defend yourself, be a bit more assertive here. So yeah, guys, here's the thing. I don't feel like your person's a bad person at all. They're not malicious. They don't have any ill will against you. However, we do see a past that you share with this person where they may have hid important information from you. So I definitely feel like your spirit guides are saying proceed with caution and keep this in mind. You know, I feel like you can be open-minded, have an open heart, and kind of keep that door open for them. Like, if you do change and you really do show that, like, then we can go back to the way things were, where there's like full trust. But for right now, I kind of see you needing to have a slight wall up while still being open-minded towards this person. Like, you know, I'm seeing this delicate balance here of allowing this person to come forward if they want in your life, if they've put in the work to really address these issues and communicate better and more often and have the strength and the confidence to just be themselves and have difficult conversations. You know, I feel like this person may be weak in that regard. They may not be an assertive person. They may not be someone who stands by their actions and their choices proudly and talks openly about them. Like, this person, I hate to say this person needs some therapy. Like, but I don't see that they're a bad person. So can you trust them? They might hide some things from you, but they're not malicious. They're not going to lie to your face. I feel like if you need to know anything or you want to know anything, if you ask a very direct question, they will answer honestly, okay? However, is this person going to freely tell you everything on their mind? I really don't think so. I don't think they're that type of person. So take that however you will, you know, do with that what you will. And at the end of the day, listen to your own intuition. Keep in mind, this is just a psychic reading on the internet, a group reading at that. So if, like, I don't want to cause any trust issues with anyone watching. Like, if you feel like this person is genuinely trustworthy and shares everything with you, then by all means, just throw this reading out the door. Okay, I won't be offended. So if you want to support this channel, like this video. It helps boost the algorithm. Comment your thoughts and feelings down below. I love to hear how this resonated, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support me in an even deeper way, you can donate to the channel. Link to that is in the description, or you can go ahead and get a personal psychic reading with me one-on-one, a spiritual life coaching session, or you can buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of which are on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Link to that in the description. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Okay, group number 3, welcome. Let's see if your person is trustworthy. The rune that came out for you is Rido. And this rune talks about the road that you are on this year, the journey that you are traveling, and it came out upright, which is really positive. It does show things gaining momentum in your life and the wheel of time moving in your favor. And this kind of shows that the person you're asking about, your connection with them, it might have been bumpy at times, but things seem to be moving forward pretty okay. One message that Rido does give, it talks about playing your cards close to your chest. You know, not necessarily oversharing every detail about your life with this person. Now, I don't know why that message is coming through. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not trustworthy. Maybe, I don't know. If you have a history of like chronic oversharing, especially if this person is new to you, okay, if this is a newer person in your life, try to avoid oversharing at this time. That means like talking about all your life's traumas and like literally every detail about your past and the more vulnerable side of you, because trust is something that you have to build quite slowly with people. You know, you share a little bit about yourself, one thing after the other, and they share a little bit about themselves, and it's a very equal, balanced give and take here. So I would definitely say don't go sharing literally everything about yourself to this person just yet. You know, make sure that when you do open up a little bit, they're also opening up and sharing. And it's not like a situation where you feel like you have to pull teeth getting information out of this person. If that's the case, I don't really know about that. You know, that is how trust is built. You share a little bit, you offer a little bit of information, vulnerable information, and then they do. I always kind of question people who are not very forthcoming with information about themselves. And I'll give you a personal story on this as to why that is. I dated a guy for like 2 years, okay? It was a serious relationship. And ever since we first met, like, he just seemed to be someone who struggled with just opening up naturally. Like, he would only open up if I asked him very specific questions. And then, like, you know, in conversations, I'll be like, oh, why didn't you tell me that earlier? And he'd be like, oh, well, you never asked me. So he only gave information when asked. And that ended up being what ended our relationship, because some of that information was important information. And, you know, I don't want to feel like I'm constantly pulling teeth to get important information out of people. So I don't know if that's the case with this person, though. I really want to see more of the cards, but this message is generally saying things are looking good for you personally, group number 3, and maybe keep your cards a bit close to your chest right now at this time. Make sure that the give and take is equal. So, message from the angels, we have there's something better. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Yeah, maybe there was a reason for me sharing that story with you. I just would hate to see you in a situation with someone where they're not communicative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that they're a liar. We haven't read all the cards yet. But I do want to say that when I was with that guy I was just talking to you about, this card from this deck came out a lot, okay? Came out a lot. There's something better. There's someone better. Like, you deserve better. This person could be better with communication. So these are things to keep in mind here. I feel like, yeah, this person is either going to have to improve a lot on their communication or what? Growth. Speaking of, we have growth. Okay. So one thing I want to say is, like, if this person is showing signs of wanting to grow with you, wanting to communicate better, and taking action on that. So the action could be that maybe they start therapy, or they start some type of journaling process, or they start taking care of themselves better, or they change their behavior to show you that they want to communicate better with you, then I feel like that's fine. As long as the growth is there, that's totally fine. I do wonder if some of you guys, this is someone you've been with for a while, and it might have been a little bit rocky, like, communication wise, and you're like, can I actually trust them? Like, are they going to get better? Is there growth possible here? And for others of you, this might be someone newer to your life, and Spirit's kind of saying, like, don't put all your eggs in this one basket just yet. Like, if they show you signs of wanting to grow, and if they show you signs of, like, sharing more information about themselves and more vulnerability, then I think that's a green flag. But if they're not, then that is, you know, your sign. Like, guys, I'm telling you, like, rock solid boundaries here. It took me a long time to develop healthy boundaries, but, like, I'm to the point where, like, no one's taking my peace ever again. And if I'm in new relationships, new connections, or even old ones, like, I am not going to give drastically more than the other person is giving. Now, equal give and take isn't like a tick for tack, like, everyday thing. You know, there's going to be days or weeks where you give a lot more and then they give a lot more. But if I notice at all that the ball is kind of in the other person's court for giving up vulnerable information because I just told, like, a lifelong story about something close to my heart, or communicating more because I just, you know, kept the conversation going for like 3 days on end. Like, when the ball is in that person's court, don't keep playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them come to you. Let them offer information up. Let them contribute to some growth here. We have Judgment in reversed. Okay. Interesting stuff. I want to see this card. Fish in reversed. Let's just pull them all out. Faith in reversed. Interesting. I kind of want to read this from the deck. I did that for group number 2. But it's a beautiful card. Look at that. We'll look at that more in depth. And we have first chakra in reverse. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to just let you know my first initial insights here, but I'm not giving a crystal clear answer yet. I am not sure if this person is trustworthy. The Judgment card coming out in reversed is kind of a red flag for me, because Judgment speaks, especially if you have a history with this person, it has this question of like, should I let them back in? Are they trustworthy? Are they going to actually grow? Have they grown? And if that is a question you find yourself asking, I really feel guided to say no. They don't seem like, oh gosh, I don't know. I hate to say people are just flat out like not trustworthy, but I want to read this card. So let's see what this has to say. So we have all the cards on the table. We fully understand. So faith in reversed. When the faith card appears reversed, it symbolizes a lack of belief in self and a resistance to kind words and thanks from others. Allow others to compliment you. All too often we focus on the criticisms others offer and reject the kind words. We tell ourselves that people do not mean what they say when they offer praise. They are just being kind. Of course they are being kind. Kindness is a beautiful quality. And if you are blessed to have people who compliment you, then take delight in those people and say thank you, even if their words make you blush and feel awkward. Cherish the people who compliment you. They are not complimenting you because they are kind. They are complimenting you because they believe and have faith in you. They believe that you deserve the compliment. They are supporting you and doing what they can do to help nurture those seeds of self-belief and confidence within you. It is not a sin to take delight in a compliment, especially if it has been earned. It is a sign that you are valued by others. Okay. Interesting stuff. I wonder if your person struggles to accept compliments, or if you struggle to accept and believe their kind words and their compliments. Another thing I want to point out here with the first chakra in reverse, the root chakra in reverse, I feel like this person that we're talking about has some core issues with feeling secure in themselves, in their environments, and in their relationships. There seems to be some deeper issues with this person when it comes to just like feeling strong on their own, being strong on their own. And I really do wonder if they're the ones that have a hard time believing you, believing that you're being genuine when you love them, when you compliment them. And I feel like that doubt may kind of play out in strange ways. Fish in reverse. This person has a lot of emotions, for sure, but they have a hard time trusting their own emotions. They have a hard time kind of going with the flow. You know that equal give and take flow that I was just talking about? Like, you give a little bit, then they give a little bit, you're a little vulnerable, then they're a little vulnerable. I feel like that's where they may struggle. They may struggle to kind of keep a balance with that. And it's either that you're oversharing and they're just being kind of a wall, like silent, or vice versa. Like, they're way oversharing, just pouring energy onto this, but out of a place of insecurity. So I don't know. The foundation of their own mental health doesn't seem quite strong here. Interesting. I want to pull the tarot. I'm really stumped on this one, guys. I'm stumped. Let's see. I do feel the strong message though. Like, if your spirit guide, if you are going to proceed with this, your spirit guides are saying proceed with caution. Make sure everything's balanced and equal. Okay. There's something better. Is group number 3 trustworthy? Spirit, you can bring through a very direct signs of their trustworthiness. We have 8 of Pentacles, prudence. Okay, so this seems pretty stable, pretty like there. This person may be quite consistent when it comes to their communication with you, so that's a good sign. Very consistent in like the frequency of communication. We have Ace of Swords. Honestly, okay. Sword of Truth. All right, that's not a bad sign. That's pretty positive, actually. Let's see what else comes out. Is group number 3's person trustworthy? We're going to do 5 cards. This is from the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. Yeah. I really feel that this person may lack leadership skills, to be honest. Also, I'm seeing a lot of ginger hair here. I wonder if they have ginger hair or you do. Let's see. We have Ace of Pentacles. Okay, 2 aces, both upright. Those are both good signs. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I feel like, for the most part, this person is trustworthy. However, that doesn't necessarily mean... Because I feel like for many of you, this is like a relationship or like romantic based. Just because they could be trustworthy and making progress doesn't necessarily mean that they're good for you. Like, for example, if the growth that you're seeing from them is like literally like 1% after you bring a problem up, and then you have this repetitive cycle where there's like a problem and then they grow 1% and then there's a problem and then they grow 1%. Your spirit guides are kind of just asking, like, is it even worth having this person in your life? Like, I feel for you guys, the question isn't, are they trustworthy? It's, you know, do you even want this? Because I don't know. There's some insecurities, it feels like. Knight of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. This is showing some more about their character. Okay, I feel like I said earlier, they lack leadership skills. What I mean by that is this person may not necessarily take the initiative very often in this connection. They have I don't feel like they are able to see things from a higher perspective, to be honest. They feel to be at a vibration that is a little bit lower than you. Okay, especially with the root chakra in reverse. Like, this person isn't secure in themselves, in their reality. Like, they don't know what they want, or like they're just constantly panicking about life for some reason. Like, they may have, I'm getting like neurotic energy, highly neurotic person here, always a little bit on edge. And so that has me questioning, like, if this is a partner who's going to be able to lead you in a good direction and you lead them in a good direction, because they don't seem to be a good leader like that. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, this is a romantic energy. This is someone who has a lot to show for, you know, they put on a big game here, but I just don't think they have what it takes to kind of follow up with their plans. So they may be flaky at times, or like inconsistent, indecisive about what they want. I don't know. Guys, their energy is really confusing to me. So I can only imagine how you feel about them. They're like, I'm just confused in this reading. But the thing is here, like, are they trustworthy? I think so. However, are they a healthy individual for you? I don't necessarily think so. Are they working to improve that, though? Maybe a little bit, but is it at a rate that you're going to be comfortable with? I don't think so. One thing I would say here is don't slow down your growth for this person, okay? You keep growing, you keep moving forward. That may have been a situation here, or you might feel like that'll be a situation if this is a newer thing where it's like you're ready for the next steps in life, like you're growing, you're becoming this better person, but they're not moving at the same pace as you. They're like falling behind energetically. So for example, like you may already you may have already taught yourself how to have a healthy relationship and how to communicate properly, and you know what you want. And this person may not have done any of those things yet. So that's what I mean by like they're like seemingly a few steps behind you. And Spirit's saying like don't like stop where you're at in your growth journey and turn around and wait for this person. You just keep moving forward. I think that's what the cards are saying here. Another thing with these aces, this could be a really, really new situation for some of you watching. And I feel like you may, or they may be carrying, you know, something from their past that has caused some insecurities here, which is again why I'm saying like take this really slowly and don't necessarily like wait for this person to get on the same page, wait for this person to grow at the same pace as you. I just feel like your spirit guides are saying there's something better out there for you. Like, you don't need to settle for someone who creates confusion for you, or who you have to like wait for them to grow into the person that you need them to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit's saying don't wait for anyone in that way, you know? Yeah. I'm sorry. I hope this made sense for you guys. Sometimes when I do readings, like, because I don't know you personally, I don't know your situation, so sometimes it just straight up doesn't make sense for me. But I hope this kind of helped you discern some more information about this person and whether or not you can trust them. I keep feeling drawn to say, like, it's not a question about trust. It's a question about, like, is this the right person for you to begin with? Like, is this someone that you want to begin with? Okay, because Knight of Cups reversed, this person may want love, but I just don't know if they have the tools right now to have that healthy connection and sustain it. And that may be something that they have to learn. And it's more so a question of, are you willing to walk them through that journey and wait for them when you're someone who seemingly has already done that? Like, I mean, if I were in your situation, I personally wouldn't necessarily do that. But I mean, you know, it's up to you guys. It's up to you. I feel like they do want something solid, and they do want good communication and direction here, but it's going to be a work in progress. This person is a work in progress, and I hate describing people like that, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay, they may need to work on their inner security, their financial and physical security, or just learning the tools to create a secure connection with you in the first place. And I feel like that lack of skills that they may have right now, those lack of relationship skills, may be why you're kind of questioning if you can trust them. So that's just what we're seeing here. Rado, when we go back to the rune, it talks about being on a journey with a lot of bumpy roads. So I feel like if you're going to commit to this person, there is going to be some bumps in the road, and there will be, you know, issues that come up that involve, like, you know, these relationship skills that we talked about, and them having to grow, and, you know, maybe you growing in some ways too. But I don't know. This isn't a clear-cut reading that's saying, like, leave them or keep staying in this situation. And that's not even what we asked in the first place, but I feel like that may be a question in your mind. Spirit's just saying, like, you know, keep an open mind. Keep your options open. Don't stop your growth for this person, but you can still kind of keep this in your life and see where it may go if you're someone who has really good boundaries. And yeah, I hope this reading made sense. Thank you all for joining me. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you had not already, and comment your thoughts and feelings down below. These are all very simple ways in which you can support the channel. If you want to support the channel in bigger ways, you can leave a donation. Link to that is in the description. Or you can purchase a personal psychic reading one-on-one with me, a spiritual life coaching session, or buy a goddess energy intention oil, all of which are on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Link to that is in the description. Bye-bye. Okay, group number 4, welcome. Is your person trustworthy? You have the rune Awas coming out in reversed, so this is pretty significant. This, if we see here, It's meant to portray two horses moving in the same direction. In reversed, this shows you and the person that you're asking about maybe out of step with each other, or lacking harmony at this time. So this isn't a good sign, but we still have to see the oracle that has come out for you. So we have helpful people. Interesting. Here's something I would do if I were you. I would ask your friends, family, people closest to you if they trust this person, what their vibe is based off of them meeting or what you've said about them. That may actually be giving you some really helpful insights into whether or not this person is trustworthy. So keep that in mind, guys. I feel like a lot of you could benefit to listen to the people around you. If you're not sure if you can trust them, like, ask the people around you, okay? We have renewal with the root chakra. Beautiful, fresh start here. We have the world in reversed, transformation. We have the octopus in reverse. Okay, this person's very intelligent. I want to say they know what they're doing, or they knew what they were doing. Okay, so some of you guys might have had a situation where this person might have messed up in some way, and they may have portrayed it in a way of like, oh, like, I was dumb, I didn't know what I was doing, or it's not a big deal, or like, I just messed up, it was just an accident, please forgive me. If that resonates with you, I want to say that this person knew exactly what they were doing, okay? We have love coming through, and we have rest and rejuvenation in reverse. Okay, I feel like right now you guys are lacking some harmony with this person. You're out of step with each other a little bit here. But otherwise, it feels like there is a lot of love and there is a lot of support. I do wonder if some of you are asking about someone who you recently had a big argument with, or a separation, a falling out. Maybe you weren't even talking to each other, and this person has come back, and you're like, should I trust this person? Do they have some type of negative motivation? And one thing I want to say for you guys is to take it slow. Take it slow and make sure you're on the same page. Those are the two like major themes here that I'm seeing. Okay. I feel like the thing about like true unconditional love is that we allow people to be where they're at in life and move at their own pace of growth. Okay. And I do feel that this person has a lot of love and admiration towards you. They think that you're absolutely beautiful. I'm also seeing a lot of physical attraction. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is a romantic situation, although I know not every single person watching this is a romantic situation. But interesting. I am getting really conflicting messages about this person. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this, I just keep thinking many of you, like, this is someone you haven't talked to in a while and they came back and they're wanting a fresh start. I'm also seeing a scenario where, I don't know, maybe they said something or did something that was very lighthearted, or so it seemed, and you're like, no, there's no malicious intent. So for example, like, say this is a friend or an ex who you want to be friends with, and they tried flirting with you and like making a joke of like, oh, like, well, what if we slept together or something like that, I don't know. And you made it pretty clear like you just want to be friends, and now you're like, can I even trust this person? Well, one thing I want to say is, even though they may be coming across as lighthearted, they know what they're doing, okay? This person knows what they are doing. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that over and over and over again. Like, any front they may be putting up where it's like, oh, I'm just dumb, or haha, silly me for saying something like that, or silly. Everything they do is calculated, okay? That's what I want to say here. Everything they do is calculated. There's no misstep with them, okay? All of their words are very intentionally selected. all of their texts and calls, and when they ask you to hang out, it's all at very carefully selected times with carefully selected words. They seem to be highly intentional about how they are approaching this connection. So something to keep in mind, guys. I just keep wanting to say, like, ask your friends how they think. Ask the people closest to you what they think about this person. Are they trustworthy? Oh my gosh, this is a hard reading. I might need to get some clarification on this. Okay, we are going to get 5 tarot cards. If I need more clarification, I'll get that, but this is a part of the reading. So let's see what comes out. Is group number 4's person trustworthy? Are they trustworthy? One thing I want to say here is, like, I definitely feel like if you're in a situation where this is a friend, and you've been feeling like they may have more feelings for you, I definitely feel that, okay? Definitely feel that. If you haven't been getting this feeling, like, I don't want to put, like, false narratives in your head, but I feel like everything is, like I said, very intentional. First card out is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Okay. For some of you, I keep getting this, like, sexual undertone. And I'm sorry if this is, like, someone who's completely 100% like platonic here, but, like, I really am seeing for many of you, this may be a friend who's like, oh, I'm just a friend, I'm just a nice guy, I'm just a nice girl. And there's, like, a kind of sexual undercurrent, like they may try to sleep with you if given the opportunity. So that's one thing I would pay attention to if you don't want that. They may not be the most trustworthy in more vulnerable situations like that. Like, if they had the opportunity, I think they would take it. And I don't mean that in, like, a predatory way. I mean that in, like, for example, if you're, like, platonically snuggling, like, they may try to take it a bit further. I know that's such a specific example. Oof. Okay. Let's see. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. This has been coming out a lot today. Wow. They could be fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be, though. We have the 8 of Pentacles. This also came out in the previous group. You may have been attracted to the previous group as well. Group number 3. We have 4 of Swords. Rest and rejuvenation again. Rest from strife. I wonder if there was a separation from this person, or you are separated from this person at this time, and for some reason you're questioning, like, can I trust them? Or someone's coming back, like, from the dead, like, you haven't seen them in a while. Can I trust this person? It to me feels like someone you might have had some arguments with in the past, to be honest. And again, I want to say this person is very calculating. Everything was intentional. Okay. We have the 2 of Pentacles. So we have peace here. I feel that this person does want peace with you, love with you. They just want things to be calm. They don't want to argue. If you've been arguing, they want a new, fresh start. So they're not lying about that. They do want a fresh start with you. They do want this kind of, like, they want to resolve things. They want to just be at peace with you, be enjoying love with you in whatever form that takes. But one thing I want to say is, like I said, like, there's this lusty undertone I keep picking up on. So that's just something to keep in mind here. 8 of Pentacles, I do feel that they're trustworthy for the most part. Here's the thing, guys. You know what I'm honestly picking up on? They may not always respect your boundaries. And does that make them an untrustworthy person? Maybe it does. I don't know. That depends on your definition of trust. For example, like, why am I getting such a weird example that keeps coming through of, like, this may be someone you have a history with in the past and you just want to be friends. You want this fresh new start, platonic. And, you know, you say that to them and then they keep trying to, like, push that boundary a bit. Like, they keep trying to push your boundaries to kind of get what they want. So if that's your situation, that is, like, borderline predatory behavior in my opinion. But, like, the question is, can you trust them? I don't think this person would ever lie to you outright. I do want to say that. And I do see that they want peace. They don't want to argue anymore. They want good vibes with you. I do see that. Okay. But a part of me feels like they have deeper motivations that they may not necessarily be saying, or they might actually say that, you know? I feel like they have more motives here than meets the eye. So I don't know if that's something you would consider to be something that would cause a trust issue. Whatever your connection with them is, they have deeper motivations. That's what I'm seeing here. There's something more to this. It's like, so for example, if you guys are just friends, it could be like they have a motivation to maybe see if this friendship could go further. Or if this is like a coworker that you have and they're like being buddy-buddy with you and, you know, whatever. This could be a deeper motivation to, I don't know, like get some good ideas from you or network or I don't know, something like that. If this is a boss or someone and they've been buttering you up recently and you're like, can I trust them? What is this? It's like they could be having a deeper motivation behind this. If this is a family member who's randomly reaching out to you after a long period of not talking, maybe you didn't get along, you didn't see eye to eye in the past, and they're suddenly like buttering you up or, you know, anything like that. I do wonder if there is deeper motivations for this behavior. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's dark motivations either, you know, but it's just something to keep in mind. And like I said, I really want you to ask your friends or other people what their opinion is about this person. Do you think I can trust them? Because whenever the helpful people cards come out from the Angel Answers Oracle, it's your angel's way of saying we're speaking to you through the people around you at this time. So pay attention to how people feel. Oftentimes your friends and family member, they are like that. Like they know like that if someone's meant for you or not. Okay, most of our mothers, for example, they know, okay, you bring a boy home, they'll tell you immediately, he's not for you, you know, just not for you, don't see it. Or, you know, they may, I don't know, just ask the people around you, especially the women around you, because a woman's intuition is on point, especially if they're like far removed enough from the situation, like they're not directly involved in it. So like this could be your best friend that you're asking advice from, but they're not like in the relationship with you. So it's like, just ask for their opinion, or like have them meet this person, and then when you're done meeting, be like, so what did you think about them? Like, what's your opinions? How do you feel? That's something I want to say here. I feel like that would be a really good guide for whether you can trust them. Also, I just noticed here on the Two of Pentacles, I love this, it says harmonious change. So I do see a lot of positive energy from this person, genuinely. Like they want to change, they want to no longer argue with you, they're gonna work hard to grow in the ways in which they need to grow. So I do feel like they're being genuine with that. Maybe when they like kind of came back into your life, there was these hidden motivations underneath the surface. If you have talked about that and they did say they're gonna change, they're gonna grow, I do think you could believe them. But yeah, complicated reading, guys. I'm sorry if that wasn't a clear yes or no, you can trust them, you can't trust them. It's kind of a situation where one thing's for sure, they definitely love you. They definitely want renewal with you. They definitely want a better relationship with you. I could see that 100%. You can trust them when they say that. All right. But I feel like there is this question in the back of my mind and probably in the back of your mind, like, is there something else here that you're trying to get out of this? And I would say keep your eye on that. Okay, just keep that in the back of your mind and see if anything comes up surrounding that. But all of these cards are showing renewal, change. I want to change. I want to be better for you. I want to grow with you in peace, in love, in harmony now, after some strife, after some not being on the same page. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. Go slowly. Trust is something that's built slowly over time. So, you know, a reading like this, it's so funny that I'm doing it because I'm someone who doesn't believe in readings like this in a sense, because I don't think you should just watch a reading and be like, okay, I trust them immediately, 100%. Like, no, you should build that trust up with them and kind of observe their behavior over time and see if this change that they are saying they're going to do is true. I feel like it's true. I feel like they genuinely want to grow, change, have peace, love, harmony, all that. But yeah, just keep your eye on this. Ask friends around you what they think. And I think you're good to go, guys. Make sure that they respect you. Make sure that you're on the same page this time around. And I'm sending you so much love. If you want to support me in the channel, like this video, comment how this resonated down below, or spread some love in the comment box, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want to support me even deeper, you can leave a donation. Link to that is always in the description, or you can get a personal psychic reading with me one-on-one, a spiritual life coaching session with me, or you can buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of which you can find on spiritpsychic.org. Link to that is in the description. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Okay, group number 2, welcome. We are going to see if you can trust this person. So the rune that came out for you is Algies, and it came out in reversed like this. This is what it looks like upright. And I feel that your person may not be aware of any issues that you are facing at this time. So one thing I want to say to you is that if this is a connection where you are trying to communicate something through like signs or very passively, I don't think they're gonna pick up on it. This is someone who you need to be like super duper direct with. Like you might literally need to say exactly what's on your mind, exactly any issues you're facing. Indirect communication is not going to work with this person, so that is something that you should be keeping in mind. Also, I feel like your person is at a point in their life right now where they may be kind of putting themselves first, not in a toxic way, just focusing on their career, their family, their whatever they got going on, their personal projects and hobbies. So that is something else to keep in mind. Not a bad thing at all, okay? Let's see, are they a trustworthy person? We have compromise coming out. Okay, so there's some Libra energy here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They could have those placements. We have discovery with the root chakra. You know, I feel like right off the bat, this is a situation where you may need to get to know each other better, get to know your love languages better if this is a romantic situation, and maybe work on your communication and compromising skills here. Honestly, if I could be for real, I feel like you're both people who kind of want things to be exactly how you envision it in this connection, and that's why there needs to be some compromise here. You know, especially if this is a newer connection, meaning like I'd say less than 2-3 years. I feel like newer connections is really a journey of discovering each other and a journey of kind of enmeshing your energies and seeing how your dynamic is going to blend, how it's going to work, and how you can both kind of teach each other how to speak each other's love languages and how to, you know, follow the boundaries that you set for each other. So interesting. We have the gazelle spirit in reversed. This person may be very physically attractive, very, very observant as well. You know, they may sometimes appear to be on edge or just noticing every little detail. They could be really good at reading body language as well, which is a wonderful skill. But, you know, it's interesting because it's like, I feel like they're good at reading body language, but even so, this person will not communicate to you in a passive way. So if you're, I just want to say again, and I'm sorry if like this isn't your message, but if you're someone who may try to communicate sometimes using passive aggression or kind of saying something without saying something, I want you to know that this person sees that, they understand that, but they're not going to participate in that type of communication because they want you to be direct with them and say what's on your mind. So one thing I want to say here is it's important for you to really speak about what's on your mind, ask direct questions, communicate in a direct way with this person. It's not that they can't observe you trying to passively say something, it's that they don't want to participate in that. We have the Hermit. Okay, there's a lot of messages here about alone time and solitude. We have the Hermit. Algies in reverse talks about taking more time to yourself as well and looking after your own welfare, looking after your own needs. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a person who really values their alone time. They're probably very independent. They might have been living on their own for a long time as well. And they're just used to doing things in their own little way. So yeah. Also, another thing I'm seeing here, if any of you have this fear that they're just like out all the time doing their own thing, like talking to all these people, I really don't see that being the case at all. This person actually really enjoys staying at home and working on their goals and their personal projects. They could be a little bit of a nerd in that way, like just really into what they're doing. And this is someone who doesn't necessarily need someone to make them happy. They don't need the attention of all these people to fulfill their self-esteem. They can fill their own cup. They can fill their own self-esteem. They don't need to be searching constantly for new people or excitement or nuance or novelty in order to find happiness in life. They're perfectly fine on their own. And I'm also seeing some space here. If this is a situation where there is some type of disagreement, or you can't agree on something, that's a disagreement. I don't know why I just said that. If there's some type of disagreement going on here, I think allowing each other to have some space to just reflect and be on your own, you can come up with a really good compromise when you're in this space, okay? For others of you, this could be maybe not for the most of you, maybe like one or two of you. This is someone you're actually currently in separation with, which is interesting because it's like, why are you watching this video if you're in separation? Like, you're not talking to this person, I wonder. But yeah, there's a lot here about self-discovery as well as discovering who you both are individually as well as together. So I see this beautiful energy of just getting to know each other better and asking questions and allowing time to kind of do its thing. And over time, you'll kind of be able to figure out where you fall in each other's lives and the place you have in each other's hearts here. But I think balance is so key in this connection because we have two very strong people, you and them. Like, you both seem very strong, very independent, and perhaps at times unyielding, wanting things to go exactly your way and then wanting things to go their way. So personal space and compromise are two things that are going to be definitely key here. Next, we have the 9 of Earth, I believe this is, which is another card of space and independence. Third eye open as well. Let's read this from the book. This is a beautiful deck. It says this: the 9 of Earth represents altruism, charity, and generosity. Have you suddenly found that your life is full of harmony? Are you creative and happy at this time? Abundance and true wealth surround you. Material possessions are less important than they once were, yet you want for nothing and have no need or desire for more. Exactly, that's what we're picking up on. This person doesn't need more money or people to fill their cup. So if there's any worry here about cheating, for example, I think you don't need to worry about that at all. Yeah, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but essentially the thing here is I feel like your person is trustworthy. I'm getting the vibe that they are trustworthy for sure. And actually there's quite a lot of charity and generosity in this card as well. And they want to do right by you. And also we see a butterfly here on her neck and a tiny little snake. So this person's on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and they want you to be on that same journey as well. And so that's why I feel like this person is really observant, very psychic, but they're not going to kind of like give into more passive-aggressive types of communication like we saw earlier. So that is beautiful. I feel like they're very trustworthy. And then we have walking away in reversed. Interesting card. I feel like this person, if you have any drama, upset with them, they want to leave that in the past and let it go and heal for sure. For some of you, I'm getting an interesting message. Remember earlier when I was like, for some of you, this is someone who you're in separation with, and I was confused as to why you're watching this in the first place, because it's like, how can I trust them? I actually feel like if you are one of those people where this is someone you're in separation with, I honestly see them wanting to return and heal with you and kind of start something totally brand new. Okay? Discover who you are after this separation and find a compromise where you're both getting your needs met. I feel like they've been on this journey of self-discovery, and your time apart has taught them a lot. And has made them realize a lot about this connection. And I just feel like they want to give back to you. They want to show you a lot of love. Honestly, guys, I don't see any more, like, I don't see lying. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't trust this person. I mean, algaes is the only more negative, I guess you could say, type of message here, but this is more so a message about self-protection and serving yourself. So like I said, you're both seemingly in this place of focusing on yourself and your solo journey. So that's interesting. We're gonna get 5 tarot cards now, 3 rows of 3, to further clarify things here. Can you trust them? And what other messages may you need during this time? Can you trust them? Also, I want to say, if like you're dating someone and you're not sure if they're seeing anyone else, big confirmation here that they are in fact single. Okay. We have Ace of Wands, a fresh new start. Yeah, this person wants something totally new with you, a fresh new start. So this could be an ascension of commitment. This could be a return if this is someone separated from you. This is also a lot of passion, lots of fiery energy, and attraction if this is romantic, for sure. If it's not romantic, there is a lot of creativity here. There's a lot of, like, they want to create something with you, something new with you, something exciting with you. So this could be collaborating on some type of project or shared goal that you have, or this is simply just their passion for you and wanting a fresh start, wanting a new start, or some type of higher level of commitment. We have the Lovers in reversed. Interesting, because we had the Walking Away card in reversed as well. So wow, maybe that message of having a past with this person that ended and you're in separation wasn't too far off. Yeah, I see a lot of reconciliation, a lot of wanting to return here and wanting a fresh new start, leaving the past in the past, for sure. Walking away from drama and any upsets and offering something brand new. We have the 6 of Wands, victory. They want to see you succeed. I feel like that's an interesting message. They actually are here for your greatest good. They want to see you succeed. They want to help you on your healing or success journey. So they really do have your best interest in mind. I am seeing that. We have the Princess of Swords. I would expect communication from this person, even if you are in contact right now. They may actually propose some type of higher level of commitment or some type of offer here. And also, this is like the Sword of Truth. This person is very trustworthy. I want to say that. And then final card, we have, wow, the Hermit in reversed. Wow, the Hermit coming out so much here. There's a huge theme of like solo time, being alone. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe more than just 1 or 2 of you, this is someone you're in separation with, for sure. And I keep reiterating this message here of like single. I am single. I am alone. Like, it is just me. I enjoy my alone time. I'm just spending a lot of time alone. I keep coming back to this theme here. So that's really interesting. And I feel like there's so many messages in your reading here, and I don't know why. So if you know why, leave a comment down below. But there's a lot of messages in this reading that are kind of coming back to this theme of like you focusing on you and I focus on me. Like, we're both focusing on our own individual lives and making so much growth, so much progress. And yeah, but here's the thing, guys. The Hermit's coming out in reversed here to clarify, and we have the Hermit upright. So I do feel like this person does not want to be alone, which is why I just have a feeling they're going to try to deepen your connection or offer some type of proposal, like working together on a project or having a relationship together or starting something fresh, something new. I just have this feeling that they're going to want to ask to deepen your work here on Earth. You know, I feel like you both come here with a shared mission to be a light worker, to help the planet heal and evolve, and in some way, shape, or form, I feel like they're going to come forward and ask you to collaborate with them on that, whether that's you two being together in a romantic relationship or literally collaborating together on some type of project. But I definitely feel like this person is very trustworthy, and I see that they want a new start with you. There is a lot of passion here. They really admire your success, and they want to build success with you. They want this to be a successful thing. And yeah, overall, they're just a trustworthy person, and that's that. So thank you for joining me in today's reading. If you want to support the channel, watching through the ads, liking this video to help boost the algorithm, or commenting how this resonated with you down below, or just leaving some positivity in the comment section in general, as well as subscribing, will all help support the channel. And if you want to take it a step further, you can leave a donation. All the donations go back into the channel in the form of new decks and equipment to film on, things like that. Link to that is in the description. You'll also find the link to my website, spiritpsychic.org, in there, and you can get personal psychic readings with me one-on-one, spiritual life coaching sessions, or you can buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil on there. And that's that. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.